It's certainly a wonderful time to be alive. Well, it definitely is for those who are involved within the cryptocurrency sphere. Today, 9th of November 2021, we've seen all-time highs for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. I believe Bitcoin is standing around 67,800 at the moment. Yes, it's slightly dropped from its high of 68,500 that we witnessed this morning. And Ethereum is coming in at just over 4,800. You know, absolutely fantastic. So for those who invested into it early, mega. For those who are in it, still fantastic because it's only going to grow. I personally believe the price is going to go up even higher. But the question is, when's it going to reach this? Now, I'm sure for those who have invested into it, you've done what most people do and you've tried to research and find the answer out for what the price point is going to be by the end of 2021, because essentially that's what we're all wanting to find out. It's the impossible answer because no one really knows. But I've seen a few different speculated prices, people saying 100,000, 120,000. Those who are extremely bullish on Bitcoin are saying 300,000. Ethereum, extreme examples are 20,000 of this. And while it would be great to witness that, do I personally think it's going to get to those price points? I'm not so sure. So starting with Bitcoin, I think year end we'll be lucky to see around about $80,000 to $90,000. And considering we're at just under 70,000 at the point of this video, I think that's a fantastic result. Ethereum, I'd like to see it achieve around $6,000 to $7,000. The reason why, whilst I'm extremely bullish on both coins, the reason why I don't think it's going to achieve 100,000 for Bitcoin and 20,000 for Ethereum is because we're closing in on the year end. It's like I said, it's the 9th of November. We've just got over a month and a half before we see the end of this year. And typically what we see in the finance world, with particularly large, these banks such as BlackRock, is the investors will pull out the profits. They want to flatline the profit, they want to close off the books and show good results for the end of the year. So for those companies that we've just mentioned, e.g. BlackRock, what they'll probably do is allow the price of these cryptocurrencies to continue rising and pull out and claim their profits before they reinvest back into the end of next year. What's going to happen as that is we're going to see the prices drop. If you look back through history and look at the typical price volatility of Bitcoin and Ethereum, what we're noticing now is there appears to be a trend. And what's interesting is that the price of the graph of Ethereum is actually closely aligned to what Bitcoin did, and it's quite interesting to see that. But now we've got those institutional investors within it. How does that change certain aspects? And for that reason, I do think when we get to the end of the year, although we are going to be approaching even higher highs, the bankers are, in my opinion, are probably going to withdraw the profits. I suppose this video is geared towards those who have already invested into cryptocurrency. So if you've watched my video last week, I was discussing why I don't regret not getting into Bitcoin into 2015. So if you've not had a chance to view that, please click on the link below. I'll attach it for you guys to find it. Equally, look through my video library and you'll find it there. There's not many out right now, so it won't be too difficult to find. But I suppose a question we're all wondering is, when's the right time to actually withdraw profits? Just for full transparency, this isn't investment advice, financial advice, because I'm not in a position to share that with you. But I'm just going to give you guys what my plan of action is with it all. And what I'm looking at doing is probably near the end of the year. I'll probably say a couple weeks into December, I'm going to reevaluate my portfolio and start withdrawing out my profits from that. Now, I'm not going to withdraw it as cash. I'm going to probably move it into USDT, which is Tether, which again backed against the dollar. And I'm going to watch the performance of the currency. As I'm going to be out of it, I'm not going to allow my emotions to get the best of me, and if I see the price jump up, jump back in. But equally, if it goes down, what I'll then aim to do is move some of that money that I moved from Tether and put that back into Bitcoin or Ethereum. However, if there is a relatively large correction, let's say 20%, whichever coin has a large drop, and typically what happens if Bitcoin falls, Ethereum also tends to fall with it, so most likely I'm going to be converting both of these coins back. What I'll do is I'll put my initial investment back into it with some of the profits, and because I'm buying back in at a lower price, ultimately I'll be able to accumulate my overall amount of the cryptocurrencies, and that's what I'll plan on doing with it. Any remaining Tether left over, I'll probably cash out for my own profits to enjoy spending, because ultimately that's what we want to see. We want to see some returns from it. Just to reiterate, I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't want you guys to take what I'm saying as gospel. It's just my kind of strategy, how I'm going to play it out. But I think what's important for you to do after watching this video, set yourself a price target, okay? You might have already have done this previously, but it's really, really important not to allow your emotions to get fixated on the price on that particular day. Oh, look, when the price is at a high, we're all getting that euphoric feeling where we think it's only going to go up and it's never come back down. And then, boom, like at the click of a finger, it's happened. You'll wake up the next day and the price has dropped 20-30%. And that can happen with cryptocurrency. Like, it's so volatile. There's nothing to say that won't happen. Like, believe me, I'd love it to see it drop down maybe only 1 or 2% or go up 1 or 2% on that particular day when it's hit the highs, just so I can get a better understanding of which direction it's going in. But because it's such a new space to be in, that's not how it works. So yes, of course, those are some of its downfalls, but I guess at the same time, that's what makes it exciting. So what I suggest you do is, if you have invested into the coin, which I believe you will have because you're watching this video, think to yourself, what would you like to see? What would be your optimum price point, okay? Look, you might have only invested recently into the coins and you might not be seeing large profits of yet. So you might just want to leave your money invested into the coin and just ride the wave, which is absolutely fine. It might be in 2-3 years time that you reassess and start looking at withdrawing. But if you're in that point where you've made 15, 20, even greater percentages of profits, think to yourself, how much would I be happy with at this point to be able to withdraw it? And if the price goes up, I'm not going to get emotionally upset. Equally, if it drops back below, I'm not going to be kicking myself. And that's what you need to assess with yourself. Now, I know we're talking a lot about withdrawing profits, but I just want to touch upon the reasons why I've actually invested both into Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's not primarily to make a return from it. Yes, of course. Look, I'll be lying if I said that's not one of the reasons why I want to get into it. I strongly believe that it's going to make, cryptocurrency is a space that is going to make the most amount of millionaires never seen before. It is an absolutely mind-blowing time. It's so exciting to be a part of it. And I want to be one of those that makes millions from it. Of course I do. But equally, the reason why I've invested into the coins, should I say, are for 2 reasons. The network effect and technology, which both Ethereum and Bitcoin hold. More so Ethereum over Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I like it simply for the fact of the scarcity aspect. At the end of the day, there are only 21 million coins in circulation. At the moment, about 18 and a half of those have been minted. So supply is really running on low. Of course, it requires a lot more computer power as more people invest into it for it to be minted, and the costs go up with it, and the amount that is minted slows down. But we are going to eventually get to a point where supply is finished. There's a finite amount of it, and that time is nearing. And Ethereum, like I just said, the network and the technology behind it is mind-blowing. I do believe in the next 10-15 years, we're going to see it using in pretty much everything. Smart contracts, which is coming into play now, is a whole new ball game. It wouldn't surprise me if we can purchase a property through the Ethereum blockchain, or we see marriage certificates. People get married on the Ethereum blockchain. You know, it's really, really exciting, and those are the reasons why I'm investing into it. What I'm ultimately looking at going to is always hold some form of cryptocurrency. I will never sell out 100% of it, because I think it has so much greater use down the line. But for those that are looking at it just from a financial perspective, take your time, sit down, and assess what you believe to be good price points for you to withdraw your profits.